In the beginning, I talked about writing, and I read about writing, and I talked some more about writing, and I read some more about writing. And if I actually wrote, it was in the form of some very angsty journal entries about how I didn't think I was ever going to write anything worth reading. That was right before my beginning. My beginning came in 2001. Some things happened. I won't get into it here, but you know what I'm talking about, which really caused me to shook me to the core, and I thought, I don't know how much time I have. I might as well do the thing that I'm really passionate about, but really, really scared about. So I made a beginning. And I want you to make a beginning too, because we all have to start somewhere. Everything that was ever accomplished by anyone started with a beginning. Yes, it's tautological, but it's no less profound for all that, right? So here's the thing. A lot of people say to me, but I start journaling as a beginning, and I end up writing down what I wrote for breakfast, and maybe about some really boring things that I talked about when I went out with my friends last night, and I read over it, and it's useless. Like, there's no point in my even writing this. If you are feeling that way, if you're seizing up about making a beginning, don't think about writing a short story right now. Don't think about writing a novel. Don't think about writing a poem. Begin at the beginning. So I want you to find a journal if you don't already have one. I have used a bunch of different kinds of journals in the past, but my favorite kind to use is a moleskin. Even though they're made in China, not thrilled about that. But what's really cool about them is that you can use the little file in the back to capture things. And we've got photographs in here. I've got phone numbers in here, and I have postcards. And all of this stuff is either useful or inspiring to me somehow. But the point of this is that I want you to look at your journal in the beginning as a commonplace book. Now, commonplace books were sort of a medieval invention where people would collect everything of value. And it could be recipes, it could be pieces from excerpts from scripture, it could be anything that was useful to them somehow that they wanted to save. And maybe there were some journal entries in there too, but it had a lot of really good, useful, inspiring, practical stuff in here. So if you think of your journal as a commonplace book, and begin with quotations that inspire you, I think that's a really good place to start. And I think it's totally okay to begin with other people's words, because you're attributing them, obviously, but you're kind of loosening up and you're getting your pen moving. So for instance, I like to begin the very first page with quotes that inspire me. So in this one, the quotes that I have are, the first one is, "The trouble with illusions," he thought, "is that you aren't aware you have any until they're taken from you." That is an excellent quote from Mary Doria Russell, who wrote The Sparrow, which is an amazing, amazing, amazing book. So I began with that, and then I wrote in caps, "All you can take with you is that which you've given away," which is from It's a Wonderful Life, which is my favorite movie. And very fittingly, it's my favorite Emily Dickinson quote: "Forever is composed of nows." So this is the beginning that I want you to make right now. Go get your journal, and I want you to find some quotes that inspire you. Now, you probably have been collecting them all along, but if you need any inspiration, there are plenty of different links that you can find online. Goodreads is one of my favorites. Goodreads collects lots of great quotes, or you could try bartleby.com, and just browse thematically, whatever you feel like. and go from there. Write down some quotes and see how it inspires you, how it gets you to think. I might be writing about my illusions after this. So that's the beginning. I am putting out this video series because I really want to teach. I want to be a writing teacher. And I thought, well, why not make it free and available to everyone? Because it would be really fun. So if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, complaints, anything like that, feel free to leave me a comment. Thank you for watching.